Well, we're going to jump right into it this time because, I think this is the third week since I made a video, and gosh darn it, I just keep running out of time. I'm just doing other stuff. So, anyway, we're right back into it here. This is going to be Guinea, and it is a country in West Africa. Yes, I said that like it was a question. So, yes, country in West Africa. Well, let's see what I've got here. Looks like duplicates, I can tell already. Let's kind of go through this stack here. So airmail, C-17, 18, C-21. Huh, these beautiful little dealer cards. 1959. I'm wondering if I wrote the CV there, because that kind of looks like my writing. There's a chance. I'm not sure, honestly. Okay, so not all of them are duplicates, but here's another airmail. Larry's Hobby Shop. Huh. Kind of sad to think about how few of those I think are around anymore. You know? Where are the small businesses at? Dan's Diner, Larry's Hobby Shop, that kind of stuff. Okay, so just a bunch more duplicates. This is almost enough that I could put these in my store. I might do that, and they're pretty and neat. I don't really know what I'd have to lose. I might as well, to be frank, because I'm not sure that I'd really want to keep these. I have a little bit of Guinea here, but it's not really a country that I'm incredibly fond of or have some major affinity for, so I'm not sure that I'd really keep these. So I'm going to set this aside, but anyways. Here we have a Suv sheet. Well, let's take it out. Let's see. Looks like a pretty little birdie. Huh. Publique de Guinea. This is the 200th anniversary of J.J. Audubon. That's what it says on there. 1785 to 1980. What? Oh yeah, 200th. Okay, yeah. For a sec there, I was thinking it was his life, and I'm like, wait a minute. You're talking about 200 years. That's a nice little sheet. Republic to Guinea. Okay, these 12 from the Guinea Republic here. Looks like space stamps. They've got the shine on them, which I always do like. Let's try to get this open here. It's actually fairly late on a Sunday for me. I had a weird schedule. I kind of ended up having a nap midday. I don't even know how long I was asleep, frankly. And it kind of messed me up, so now I'm afraid that it's like midnight on a Sunday and I'm not tired. So, anyways, it's just like TikTok. Just count the hours till I have to get up and work, but I'm not even asleep. So that's what I get for having a weird sleep schedule. Sometimes that happens. So it looks like a whole bunch of CTOs. This has got to be CTOs. Yep. Okay, so this is like space commemorative CTOs here. Conquista de Venus. So they must have I'm assuming that means conquest to Venus. Satellites, sending up satellites and whatnot. Actually pretty cool looking. No idea if those were in a specific order, but it doesn't matter. There was another stack, so it wasn't all just space stamps. Looks like a bundle of soccer CTOs or football, whatever you want to call it. Being an American, boy, it sure does feel weird to call soccer football, but whatever. I mean, honestly, the names actually are... I mean, I think calling soccer football makes an awful lot of sense, is all I'm going to say. Why didn't we call soccer football and call football handball? You know, I don't know. Whatever, dude. Okay, let's slip those back in. Another sushi. 1998. Complete set of 9. Okay. What is this? Well, I guess this would be a CTO sushi. It's already canceled. Elvis. Okay, I was trying to make out somebody on here. That's Elvis for sure. Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to like understand. Oh, it says right here. World events. Okay, in the decade of the 50s. Got it. Okay. Like, just trying to understand what I'm looking at. Oh, dang it. Hold up. Oh, wow, it folds out. Oh, so it's a whole big sheet. Wow, cool. It was a first day canceled, premier jour. Okay. Huh. Does make sense because it did say, what does it say? Set of 9. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I wasn't even going to make a video today, to be honest with you guys. Really weird for me to make one so late. But I was feeling it. Thought about it for a moment. I thought about it earlier today, actually, multiple times, and it just didn't happen. And then I was like, sat down and was like, yeah, let's do it. I have myself a cup of hot chocolate. Not bad. CTO blocks. Looks like the Centenaire de la Renaissance. It must be mean like Renaissance. I'm sorry, guys. Jeez. Centenaire de la Renaissance d'Ataturk. So I have no idea what the heck. You can see it in the top there. Something about, I'm sure that means 100-year, Renaissance or 100-year anniversary or something of Ataturk, which I have no idea if I'm saying that right. Oh, they're folded over, so they're not even blocks of 4, they're blocks of 6. Huh. Cool, they're not stuck, so that's good. Yeah, guys, I'm sorry I haven't been making many videos. I know that in the last year things have changed on my channel here, and I appreciate you guys kind of hanging in there. I don't know if I'll get back to every week again, but I feel bad for taking longer breaks in between videos. I like doing this stuff, and it's just life is happening. I just have other things to deal with. Freak on Mosh. This is like a whole sheet. Ooh, yeah, okay, so it looks like it'd be, I guess, okay, it's a partial sheet. It's definitely been ripped off at the top. Yeah, so this is just a partial sheet. I don't think that there's gum on here. I don't feel any. Doesn't seem like it. And this has been folded in a bunch of every which way, which I'm not really crazy about here, but it's a bunch of CTOs anyhow, so no major love lost here. It's no big deal. Yeah, my work, they've had me training. Since we're an auto auction, we have to inspect and do a bunch of certifications on cars, and there's different levels of certs, and so work has been kind of a little bit extra draining, and just trying to learn it all, get it all down. Let's see, Guinea Española. Guinea Española. I wonder if this actually belongs in this folder. Somebody wrote here, Guinea 768, visit of President Estaing of France. 20 copies. Okay, well, something's definitely changed since that note was written. Yeah, something rings a bell to Spanish. Guinea is how you pronounce it. So, anyways, kind of second guessing if this actually belongs in here. I know that there's more than one folder for Guinea in the Scott, or more than one section in the Scott catalog. Okay, these look like they should go along with those ones I stole earlier. So that means that there may be enough of both of those to actually list them both. Oh, speaking of my store, you guys know I don't really push my store very hard here on my channel, because that kind of annoys me on other channels when they push their store super hard and try and sell you on things. Well, you guys, most of you know I do have a store. Anyways, I like to talk about it every now and then. So I didn't mention in even the past couple of videos that probably a month ago I actually went into my store and I slashed the prices on, I'm not even kidding you, probably 90 to 95% of my inventory. So if you were ever at my store in the past and you saw something that you were borderline on, you might want to take another look. Almost everything got the price slashed. I mean, almost everything. It took me a couple hours even to go through one by one and just drop the prices. Kind of, if it was $10, I made it $5. If it was $1, I made it 50 cents. Like that kind of idea. Not everything had such a drastic drop, but almost everything. So yeah, just putting that out there. I'll put a link to my store in the description below. 1998 complete set of 6. Oh, cool. What do you call these? Betas? I think that's what you call them. Beta fish. We used to have them when I was a kid. I've told the story before of my sister trying to clean the bowl and she dropped the fish in the sink, couldn't get it, so we had to just flip on the garbage disposal after a long enough effort and move on with life. Yeah, they look like, okay, so they're not all betas, but yeah, those look like betas. What does this even say? Well, it doesn't say beta anything, but those might not be beta fish. They sure look like them. They're close. I mean, they have look at that one says beta. Okay, so I'm feeling a little bit better. I'd bet you both of those are betas. Yeah, they're very cool fish, very beautiful. I can't remember if only the males are the prettiest, or it's either the male or the female. I don't think that both of them are very pretty, but I could be totally wrong. I might just be like remembering incorrectly. Maybe both the male and females are pretty. Don't know. Oh, I know for a fact it's the males, because they like to fight each other. And if you put two betas in two separate fish tanks up next to each other, they'll bash against the glass until they die trying to fight each other. So I know the males actually, at least, are pretty, but I just can't recall what the females. Skiing Olympic stamps. I have another sip of my cocoa. So that was actually it for Guinea. I didn't realize. Not a massive stack, but a nice little stack. So, pretty good. Let me slip these back in my folder here. And then let's move on to, I don't want this to be very long since I still have to upload it tonight. So, I think we'll do maybe one more folder, maybe two. It really just depends on how much stamps we find in there, but we're about to find out. Okie doke. Guinea Bissau. Okay. One thing. Well, then this will be short and sweet. And I want to look up Guinea Bissau real quick. Looks like trains. Looks like a train soup sheet or something. Yeah. Yeah, I want to look it up real quick, just see what the difference is between Guinea and Guinea Bissau. Okay, so this is also a country in West Africa, but on the Atlantic coast. So that's probably the differentiator. Okay, definitely a pre-canceled sheet. 2001. Yeah, okay, stamps as well. So a bunch of cool trains. As antiguas locomotivas. Actually, pretty nice shape, if not for the folds. Bummer. So that's a complete set of 6 trains. Okay. Well, that was it for Guinea Bissau. What the heck? You know, it's so weird sometimes. I can't believe how little I have in these folders. I don't know how many Guinea Bissau stamps I've come across. It must have been in albums because apparently I just never ended up sorting any into my folder, really. It's surprising to me, to be honest. Okay, next up is Guyana. So this is a country on South America's North Atlantic coast. I believe, what did it say? It's defined by its dense rainforest. So, well, I would pull this out, but I think we can see it well enough. Some kind of, well, I guess this is an actual stamp. I was going to say label. What a weird looking stamp. Long horizontal, perforated only on the sides. So this may be a horizontal coil stamp, perhaps? I don't know. Let's see. I mean, it's canceled, so it does say C25. I don't know if that's 25 cents or what. Yeah, it looks. I can see the. It looks like I've reused this stock card like 3 or 4 times. All the stuff I've erased. That's getting your money's worth, guys. For one thing, buy these kind of things in bulk, and then yeah, use pencil so you can erase it, or at least an erasable pen if you want to use pen. That's actually what I do now. So, anyways, cool little piece. So here looks like a sous sheet in a absolutely past its prime. Glassine. Kind of worried it might even be stuck. I can't seem to grip it very well. Christ. Here's what I think I'm going to do. It doesn't want to come out. I'm going to take it out, whether it likes it or not. There we go. And I think I'll just discard this disgusting looking glassine. Unfortunately, this thing has been bent. It has some creases and stuff, but whatever. So, boxing. Wow. There's some old school looking boxing there. The Olympic enclosure. Barcelona, 92. So in Spain, I guess in 92 they had the Olympics. Huh. That's actually kind of interesting. Okay, I need to find a stock card or something for that. I always keep a stack of used stock cards right on my desk, right in front of me. Actually, sorry. I think this will probably be better. I feel so much better about that. Even though that thing is probably absolute minimal catalog value to begin with, and it's already got creases and a little bit of issues with it, having it in a nice clean glassine just makes me feel good. There's something right about that, you know? Okay, so here we've got a single Guyana, South America Christmas Orchid. 15 center, looks used. Looks like it has a double strike on it as well. See the first strike arcing there, and then the second strike arcing there. Cool. Okay, here is a cutout. This may be an airmail envelope. I'm not sure. Those kind of designs on the borders make me think so. They remind me of the U.S. Airmail. One people, one nation, one destiny. All I see on there is it says Mail GPO, which I think is like General Post Office. Don't quote me on that, might be wrong. I wonder if the G stands for something. I'm sure the PO is Post Office, but what would the G be besides General? I'm not sure. Huh. Anyways, oh, it's the coat of arms. Okay, yeah, it's a little 20-cent cutout from a You know what? I want to say airmail, but I don't see anything on here. Actually, I think that this faint little one here, it almost looks like IR mail. So, considering it's missing the rest of the cancellation, I have a feeling that would have said airmail. I'm almost guaranteed it's airmail. That's my guess. Anyways, Guyana. So this is look like a kind of a a slogan cancel, but like a partial cancel. You can't really make everything out. Yeah, not sure what it would have said. What a weird looking bird. Wait a minute. Is that a freaking alien or an actual bird? It's like its brain is its head. That is a very wacky looking guy. Ooh, wow. So it looks like these are actually stacks in here. So okay, this one's a single. I wonder if the rest of them fell out. Tropospheric? Hold up. Never seen that word in my life. Tropospheric scatter radio link. It says Guyana sends Christmas greetings to the world. Wow, what an interesting word. Tropospheric. I wonder if it just has to do with the tropics or what's going on. Interesting. It must. I mean, thinking about, hemisphere, that kind of stuff. Okay, well, let's take these out and see what's going on. So a whole stack here. I'm assuming that they are duplicates, and it appears so. Here's some kind of weird looking fish. Smoking hussar. Huh. Cool looking guy, honestly. Actually quite like that. Looks like one of those fish that kind of sits on the bottom of the ocean, hiding and waiting, and then just jumps out at other fish. Another cool looking fish. Flying patwa. Wow, I guess perhaps it can fly. I don't know if it's really a flying fish or if it can just jump out of the water. That looks like a snakehead. Man, that's so, I don't know. I mean, it's got the scientific name. This is from 1980, but man, boy, that looks like a snakehead, but maybe not entirely. Yeah, it's probably a different fish, but it sure reminds me of that. I don't know if you guys in the U.S. remember however long ago it was. Jesus, time keeps flying. Maybe it's been 15 years or more when we had like a problem with snakeheads invading. They're pretty wacky fish. Okay, that's definitely got to be a piranha. Yeah. Yeah, that's very cool. Interesting, these stacks here. See, this kind of stuff, if let's say they were, oops, okay, well I pulled out part of that stack. If they were in good shape, which they actually do look like it, a little curvature, but sometimes that's natural based on how it was stored, but it's not ideal. Anyway, I was thinking I might have enough of these that I could separate them one by one, create sets, and then also list these for sale. It's not a bad idea. When I was saying I was lowering prices in my store, I really did. It was actually, came out of nowhere. I sat down and I just thought to myself, like, I'm not going to pull every one of those out. But yeah, anyway, I was thinking, like, what's with the, I was like, what am I going to do with the stamps that have been on my store for like years and haven't sold? I'm like, let me just go cut the prices. How's that, Actually, whether they sold or not, I just slashed them. It's like, whatever. Guyana, South America. This one's canceled. Flowers. Yeah, sometimes I run sales, but I haven't really recently. And as usual, gosh darn it, I have a bunch of stuff to list for sale. Like a whole drawer full of stuff that I just haven't bothered. So, yikes. I've got to do that at some point. So we have a butterfly. And Sacrament of the Last Supper. That one looks damaged. It's also got a 50-cent surcharge, it looks like. Originally a 6-cent stamp, and they barred out the 6 cents. Pretty cool. I pulled it out and look at the back, but I almost guarantee that it has some damage. I can see it from the front. This is actually a really pretty little, I don't know what you call these, to be honest. I've seen these many times. I guess perhaps it is also just a stock card. I used to know, I forgot. But just it's different style. These are awesome. I quite like these. Back when I was just slinging money left and right a couple of years ago, I would have been absolutely more than happy to just go ahead and buy like a bulk box of these and just have like 100 or 200 of them on hand. I still want to, but I just try not to spend money still. So, manatees. Oh man, these are cool. I always feel bad about manatees. These sea cows, with all their scars from boat propellers. It's gotta suck. It's just amazing to me, actually, though, that these guys have survived throughout time. I mean, I know that they were endangered or something like that at some point, I believe. But I believe that we've helped them survive and carry on. But I think that they're still few and far between, to be frank. Some places have more than others. I know that, but I think that I can't remember if they were freshwater or saltwater. I feel like they were freshwater, and maybe there's both, and maybe one or the other was endangered. Like, I think freshwaters were endangered or something like that. Honestly, I can't recall. If you happen to know right off the bat, go ahead and let me know in the comments. That'd be cool. I feel in my guts like they are freshwater manatees, and human development has slowly whittled their population down over the years, and that's why they struggled. But anyway, super cool animals. Very unique animals too. These kind of remind me of like a platypus or something, just like nature's botched creation. Like, what is that thing, So they're just weird. They're just a weird animal. In such a dog-eat-dog world, it is actually amazing to me that certain species that have survived, like this, like the dodo bird didn't make it, but manatees did. Well, anyways, that was it. So that does it for, what is this here, actually? So sorry. Episode 34. How about that, huh? Alright. Well, thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I'll be back later on with another video. I wish you all the best. See ya. Bye-bye.